If we check the number of carbon in aldosterol and cholecalciferol or argocalciferol, the carbons are 28 in algocalciferol, while in cholecalciferol these are 27. If we compare vitamin D occurrence with vitamin A, so vitamin D3 is less widespread than vitamin A, less widespread than vitamin A. It is present in fish liver oil. It is present in fish liver oil and fish oil. It is also present in the egg yolk, which are considered as the best source. It can also be taken from the milk and livers of certain mammals. But milk and liver of mammal are considered as the poor source of vitamin D. Why? Because the contents of vitamin D in the animal, either the cow or in the hen, depends upon their exposure to sunlight. Just like human being, if we are sitting in a very closed environment, not interacting with the sunlight, definitely deficiency will encounter in us too. And similar thing will happen in the animals, those who are considered as source of vitamin D3. So if they are not encountering with the sunlight, there is no sufficient sunlight is provided them, so the contents of vitamin D will also minimize in their food which is taken by the human being. Plant and vegetable are considered as poor source of vitamin D. So in nature we can say that certain mushrooms which are exposed to UV radiation, they can provide a good plant source of vitamin. Similarly, vitamin D3 and D2, both these can be taken by the supplemental form if there is deficiency. Supplemental form is a synthetic formulation which is recommended by doctor once the deficiency is identified. Okay. Now, what are the main reasons of deficiency? Malabsorption can be the reason, but keep remember I say that this vitamin is synthesized by the cholesterol which is present in the malpighium layer of epidermis. So there is no need to be absorbed from the GI tract if we have sufficient amount and we are interacting with the sunlight. So the main reason of deficiency are different than vitamin A. So what could be the main reason? Poor exposure to sunlight. The main reason is poor exposure to sunlight. Now, what are those reasons which can minimize sunlight to enter in our body or in our skin? One is the excessive production of melanin. Melanin is a pigment, okay, which is giving color to your skin. So those having darker skin, they may suffer due to vitamin D deficiency. Okay? Now vitamin D3, not D2. D2 is the plant source vitamin. So if there is excessive melanin in the skin which block the UV radiation to pass into the skin are reaching to 7-dehydrocholesterol, so it will minimize production of vitamin D3. This is the same phenomena as do clothing or sunscreen will do the same. If you are applying sunscreen on your face and body area, exposed area, and you are having sufficient clothing, for example, full hand cover, full legs cover, full face cover, that may be lead to cause the deficiency of vitamin D. just like if there is excessive melanin. Another important reason which is minimizing the exposure of or penetration of ultraviolet rays into the skin is the thicker skin or hyperkeratinization. Thicker skin or hyperkeratinization. So therefore a scientist's name is William Boyd, who explained in one of his book that those women who are richer, they suffer due to deficiency more than the poor women who are working outside environment on the boating, and they are most of the time spend their most of the time working outside in the under the sunlight. Okay, so the rich women can suffer more to deficiency because they will not encounter with the light. They all the time apply certain sunscreen on the face when they go out to retain their skin color, and most of these women, not only women but men, also sit under a sunshade environment, and as well as what they do, they give priority to sit in the AC environment all the time. So that may be lead because therefore those who are sitting a long time office working hours, for example 9 to 5, they can suffer due to the deficiency of vitamin D. Either regardless of the sex, man भी suffer कर सकता है. Now come to absorption, storage and excretion. Vitamin D is again a fat soluble vitamin, so it must need bile salt for absorption. And its absorption is taking place with the help of chylomicron, which are remnant of cholesterol. A similar mechanism which we have already explained and discussed in vitamin A lecture. It is a fat soluble, so it can store in the fatty tissues. It can store in the fat tissues. And once enter into the plasma, it is transported to the different part of the body with the help of not retinol binding protein, vitamin D binding protein. Okay? With the help of vitamin D binding protein. If we talk about excretion of this vitamin, mainly it is excreted by the bile salts, while some form is deactivated in the liver with the help of enzyme, because there are large number of enzymes present in the liver which are helping to metabolize not only the food contents but also medications and other minerals and other things which are synthesizing or we are taking from the outsource.